healing me of breast cancer. In May 2023, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Now let me give a little insight. So the doctor said I had 2 lumps in my breast, and they also believed that the cancer had spread to the lymph nodes on that side, on my armpit, that side of the breast, because I had done an MRI and I had done an ultrasound, and they both pointed to the fact that my lymph nodes were inflamed. Now the thing is, once cancer gets to the lymph nodes, it can spread, and it's much more difficult to contain. In fact, the day of the diagnosis, as soon as my husband and I got the news, we called a couple of family members, and I remember my father-in-law was the one who actually asked us to join NSPPD because he had been on it for a while. My husband was the one who started joining. For a long time, I struggled. To be honest, I didn't believe a lot of the testimonies. I didn't believe. I would watch, but I didn't believe. But I thank God my husband took the initiative, and he would wake up to join, regardless of the time difference. He didn't miss any single day. I was scheduled to go in for surgery. We kept on praying, so my husband would join. Gradually, I started to join, and on the 10th of May, at 38 minutes 34 seconds, I believe, Pastor Jerry mentioned that someone with cancer of the lymph nodes.
I hear it again. Cancer of the lymph node. Cancer of the lymph node. Cancer of the lymph node. By the power that raised Jesus from the dead, I announce, let it be reversed right now.
And then at 56 minutes 40 seconds, the same morning, he said God was having mercy on women with breast cancer.
For the Lord is showing mercy one more time to any woman with breast cancer. To any woman with breast cancer. By the mercies of God, we command, let every breast cancer be terminated.
I went in for surgery, and then after the surgery, I met the doctors to go through the pathology reports. And I remember the day we went, my husband and I, as soon as the first doctor came in, we noticed his countenance was, he seemed a bit bubbly, and we were wondering, okay, what's going on? And then the first thing he said was, that they'd gone through the report, and my lymph nodes, they had removed all the lymph nodes on that side, and there was no single one that had cancer, and that they didn't understand why. While he was speaking, the second doctor, who was a senior, she was senior to him, she was actually the one who performed the surgery on me. She came in and she reiterated, she said the same thing, that they don't understand why or how come, because from the MRI, from the ultrasound, even from physically touching me, they could tell that my lymph nodes were swollen. However, she said she even removed all the lymph nodes on that side because she didn't want to take chances, and all of them turned out not to have cancer. And then she said I didn't even have to go on and have chemo. So I went on to see the oncologist, and he also said he didn't understand the report, and that when he saw the report, he called the pathologist, who also said he didn't really have an explanation for how come they would see my lymph nodes inflamed and then go into surgery and discover that the lymph nodes had not been infected with cancer. He said because he didn't understand the reason, and there was no scientific explanation, so basically what he was saying was he hadn't seen something like that before, and we knew he didn't want to make it seem like he hadn't seen that kind of occurrence. I just give glory to God. I'd also like to thank Pastor Jerry for answering the call of God upon his life and being an oracle through which God speaks.